My name is William Sherman, and I am dead. The day I died, I heard no angels singing. There was no bright light, no merciful God, no heaven, only incredible pain and never-ending darkness. I know I'm in hell now, and I have to pay for all my sins. Once, when I still walked amongst the living, they called me Wild Bill. I was a high-class assassin, a perfect killing machine. For money, I murdered hundreds of people. No payment too high, no job too dirty. My clients always were men in suits and ties. From high governmental positions, they never identified themselves. I killed all who opposed their interests, unwanted politicians in poor countries, weapons smugglers, and drug barons. I liked it, sometimes too much. I remember my last day in the living world. I'd just another job to do, another country, another city, another target. Since the first briefing for that mission, I had a very bad feeling. I knew something wrong would happen, something very wrong. But the payment was good, easy to do, no problem for a professional. It happened in the shadow of a cathedral. No coincidence, I'm sure. There it was, the place where evil men should die. There I waited for the bing bang. The car, a deadly trap. The night before, I mounted C4 to the bottom side. The wiring was simple. Wouldn't be my first barbecue. There they were, the mobsters. Stereotyped gangsters, too much gel in their hair, shiny cufflinks, ridiculous shades. Their crimes were the usual stuff: corruption, money laundering, drug dealing, and dozens of murders. But all that didn't piss off my client. He wanted me to knock their lights out because the mobster family interfered with him in a construction deal, several millions worth. It's always all about the money. Greed is one of the deadly sins, so they say. Everything seemed to go well. They got into the car at the right time. I was sure I'd accomplished my mission. But then, I heard the sound. I saw the bus, just turning into the street, driving directly into the explosion range. This wasn't part of the plan. This was all a horrible mistake. Immediately I knew I had to do something. I could see the driver, all the passengers in the bus, men and women, children, all civilians, all dead very soon if I would just let it happen. By all costs, I had to prevent a massacre. The bomb was ticking. Nothing could stop it anymore. I had only a few seconds left before the mobster's car and everything around would blow up in a big explosion. I ran onto the street. I cried and waved my hands, wanted the bus to turn away. Yes, I may be a perfect killing machine, an assassin, but I am not a slaughterer of the innocent. No more blood on my hands. In the very last moments of my existence, I did everything I could to save those people. And for the first time in my life, I prayed to God to spare all their lives. But God didn't listen. And then, everything turned into a burning light. First there was pain, then there was only death. A terrible sin happened that day. I was responsible for the death of more than 24 people. I murdered them all. Their bodies lay on the street, burnt, torn to pieces, disgraced. Men, women, children, the innocent, the guilty. With my bloody craft, I made no exception. I died with my victims that day. I, the slaughterer of the innocent. Thou shalt not kill, so they say. The column of fire and smoke went up to the sky. The cathedral was still watching. I felt my soul leaving the world behind, falling down into a never-ending darkness. I knew the time had come to pay my bill for all the terrible things I'd done in my life. In this universe, there's a place for people like me, and it's called hell. Out of the eternal abyss, I heard a loud laughter beyond all bearing. I knew the devil would welcome me in his realm.
Yeah.